Murtaza Bak Samosa with the San Diego Building Trades Family Housing Corporation. I'm here to talk about earnings in the construction market. Overall, the big picture is there are about 78,000 workers in the construction industry in San Diego, both including blue collar and white collar. The average monthly earnings for a stable hire was roughly $3,900. And this is not constant across the board. The highest earnings are older baby boomers that are nearing retirements. Workers in the early 20s make less than $27,000 a year. Now, I wanted to compare that with the workforce that is trained through a state-approved apprenticeship program in the trades. An apprentice in an electrical program, for example, inside wire person, starts at $17 an hour, and within 5 years would become a journey person at $43 an hour. This is just the basic hourly rate. There is benefits between $7 and $15 an hour on top. This is commonly referred to as prevailing wage, which is set by the State Department of Industrial Relations. Next, this chart shows the wage gap between residential and the non-residential construction in the state. There is a $24,000 wage gap. So there's a natural progression for skilled and trained workforce from the residential to the non-residential sector as they are being paid more in the other sector. Now, how does that compare in terms of the overall industry average? Next chart. This chart shows that 10 years ago, workers in residential industry, construction industry were paid $800 more monthly than the average of all industries. In 2016, when the latest data was available, workers in the residential industry were paid $150 less. So the residential industry sector is becoming less competitive in terms of pay for the next generation of workers. Over the past decade, you see the red bar is residential and the blue bar is the overall industry. Nominal wages, this is nominal wages not adjusted for inflation, are flat. So a worker in the residential construction industry in 2016 is making less than a residential industry worker in 2006. Now you have to factor in the cost of living at the same time that this happened. So I compared big picture across the country nationally at a very minute 6-digit NAICS level, the residential general contractor rates. What this is across the board. It's roughly $1,055 weekly wage. If you look at the next slide, California ranks 10th in this subsector, and Texas ranks first. There is a concern expressed from industry professionals that workforce is leaving for Hurricane Texas rebuilding. This data shows why. Now, you have to understand that there's 3 components. Firstly, we need to have more training. Training means more investment in the next generation of workforce. Second is that you have to be competitive within your own industry. So therefore, there has to be parity between residential and non-residential sectors. And the third is that the largest share of wages actually in terms of our communities is spent on housing. There needs to be some parity between income and housing costs. Thank you very much.